eventually you are going to suffer from congestive heart failure. Just because you'll be making mistakes. And we can correct these mistakes. This is why we are having this symposium, to correct these mistakes. And to end all these lies. There are too many lies that have been peddled from country to country and by scientists to scientists and so on and so on. Look at Dr. Abbott sent me a link about Dr. Abbott, a student of symptometry, sent me a link about Dr. Oz on the television show who raised hell about arsenic in apple juice. And I said, but wait a minute, this is old news. Every scientist who goes to the lab knows this. And now you have people from the FDA and all that saying that he needs to apologize. What he said is outrageous. What is outrageous? The guy told the truth. He said there is arsenic in apple juice. You want to doubt it? You want to deny it? Go to the lab. We'll see who is a liar. So what we are doing now is, if you are on high blood pressure, it depends on for how long you have been on hypertension and high blood pressure drugs. We will do a transition. You will take the drugs for a number of days, and you take the particulates for a number of days. And we'll change your diet, and we'll give you a list of the foods that have salicylates, so that you know them, so that you make an effort to avoid these foods. It's going to be hard initially, because some people are emotionally attached to certain foods. You see, you tell a Ghanaian not to eat corn. Hey, what am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? As if corn is the only food on planet Earth. What am I going to eat? Don't you have this? Oh yeah, it's there, but what about it? It's there, but corn. But some of them are learning. You know, symptometry has ended death, parturition death of the mother during childbirth. It's very common in Ghana. And when I do pregnancy management, all these women give birth to their baby without any help from an obstetrician. No. She pushes and pushes and pushes. After 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, the baby is out. Natural birth. No C-section. So it makes the woman want to have more babies. That is not my intention for you to have more babies. Even though I've used science to make things easy, it is better for the baby so that the child is not traumatized before coming to this world. This is the purpose of what we are doing in symptometry. Intelligent children are not born, they are made. This includes how you give birth to a child. Many children suffer from cerebral palsy. And these are accidents that take place during childbirth when the obstetrician has grabbed the head the wrong way and is. Yes, you are going to get some compensation after your lawsuit, but your baby is going to suffer from brain damage. It's not easy to reverse it. I may only reverse maybe about 60% because the damage is extensive. So that's what we are doing. We are preventing this. So this ties into high blood pressure and to hypertension. These are mistakes. As far as high blood pressure is concerned, if I've always said nobody has died from high blood pressure. Nobody. They say, oh, high blood pressure is a silent killer. It's a silent killer. Many people in Bangladesh, in India, in Ghana, in Nigeria, are walking without their blood pressure being checked. They don't even know that they have high blood pressure. Are they dropping dead? They are not dropping dead. Therefore, the statement that high blood pressure is a silent killer is questionable. If you have a kidney problem in addition to high blood pressure, if you have a liver problem in addition to high blood pressure, well, now the recipe is for disaster. So if the person does not have a kidney problem, does not have a liver problem, and the person has high blood pressure, not hypertension. Hypertension is very dangerous. I explained the difference between hypertension and high blood pressure. If you keep removing the blockages from your arteries, worry about high blood pressure. Don't worry about hypertension anymore. You keep living and living and living and living and living with your hypertension. This has never been explained. So people don't know the difference. So they confuse the two. This confusion must stop. Know the difference. And whenever you have hypertension, remove the blockages from your arteries. Next question, because I always get all my enlightenment by asking myself questions. Next question. How will you know whether you have hypertension, and how will you know that you have blood pressure? It is difficult to tell. This is why I use the sweeping approach when I'm treating a person who has been diagnosed with hypertension. I use the sweeping approach. I'll say, take this one at 9 a.m., take this one at 3 p.m. I know what they are going to do. The first one, the one that you are taking at 9 a.m. is to remove the blockages from your arteries. And the one that you are taking at 3 p.m. is to repair the vagus nerve whilst you are modifying your diet. So this is what I do. This as far as high blood pressure is concerned. Question answered? Yes. Oh, I don't know. I'm not taking. If with your permission, I can answer the question.
Question I pose is that what can be done about prostate issues, enlarged prostate, as well as issues regarding knee replacements instead of knee replacements, building up cartilage in the knees?
Okay. I don't recommend knee replacement. I don't recommend hip replacement. I don't. Because I don't want to say it's nonsensical, but it lacks knowledge. There is nothing that cannot be cured in the human body. If your joints are failing, like the lady I told you about who had a, if your joints are failing or your joints are weak, you have a liver problem. The liver has 15 segments. The segment that produces somatomedin is the liver that is jammed. So when I'm treating a person for knee problem or for hip problem, I'm not telling the person that I am treating the knee. Sorry, I'm not telling the person that I'm treating the liver. It's the liver I'm treating. So that the liver can produce somatomedin. And then the cells of the joints of the hip or the knee will use nitric acid. That's why you have to drink your 2 glasses of water every morning. You have to eat the Laughing Cow cheese. You produce a lot of nitric acid. Your cells in the joints will